Hello, adventurers of all shapes and sizes. My name is Chance, and welcome to my spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning into the 65th feat in our feat series. Today we are going to be taking a look at a really cool, really interesting one. Today we're looking at metabolic control. This is found in the Unearthed Arcana, so it's not meant for your average game. This is playtest material. Please run it past your DM if you're planning on picking it. Personally, I probably would not allow this one in any of my games. Just saying, it seems a little unfair relative to other characters, and I can just see there being a lot of friction in amongst groups over this one. So, but let's get into why that is by looking at the description here. So before we dive in too deep, there is a prerequisite, and that is you have to have either the Psionic Talent feature through a class ability, or the Wild Talent feat, which we covered in a previous video. Reason being, you need a Psionic Talent die for this to work. If you don't know what that is, check out the Wild Talent feat video so you can better acquaint yourself with that concept. So the description reads as followed. You have refined psionic control over your body's functions. You gain the following benefits. Increase your strength, dexterity, or constitution score by 1 to a maximum of 20. If your psionic die is available, you can take an action to channel your psionic power to nourish yourself for the next 24 hours, as if you've consumed sufficient food and water for a day. When you take this action, your psionic talent die decreases by 1 size. If your psionic talent die is available, you can meditate for 1 minute, at the end of which you gain the benefits of finishing a short rest, and your psionic talent die decreases by 1 die size. You can't meditate this way again until you finish a long rest. Very interesting stuff. A lot of words, though. My goodness, did they go all out for this one. Let's quickly go through the walkthrough and break this down a little bit further. So essentially, you get +1 to strength, dexterity, or constitution, which is great. Personally, I think most people are going to go dex, but that's just me. It kind of depends on circumstances. Maybe con, I don't know. And then when you decrease your psionic talent die by 1 size, you can nourish yourself for the next 24 hours, or once per long rest, you can meditate for 1 minute as though it was a short rest. So that means you can spend your hit points. If you're a warlock, you can regain your spell slots, that kind of good stuff. I really don't like that. Personally, I just feel there's going to be a lot of in-group conflict regarding that particular trait, a lot of jealousy and stuff of that nature, which happens, but I would rather minimize it whenever possible. But that being said, let's get into my personal thoughts. I like the concept of using the psionic talent die size as a resource, more so than the die itself. I think that's a really cool way of looking at it. Once again, this is certainly an advanced feat, so please do not take this if you're new to 5e. This is kind of something that's meant for veteran players, in my opinion, just because there's a lot to keep track of for just a simple feat, which, I don't know, take from that what you will. Outside of that, in terms of who would benefit most from this, I want to say the warlock probably would. Maybe the wizard to an extent, but the warlock probably, the hexblade warlock in particular, would gain a ton of good stuff from this. That being said, let me know what you think down beneath. If you have any cool ideas, concepts, questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. And if you like that cool hand-drawn Dragonborn and you'd like your own hand-drawn D&D picture, please check out the guild hall to figure out exactly how to do that. That being said, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and as always, happy adventuring, everyone.